The Last Passenger. The night train from Istanbul to Vienna sped through the darkness, a silver arrow cutting across the frozen winter. Inside carriage 7, the air was warm and silent, save for the rattling of wheels on the tracks. Seat 14 was occupied by a man in a gray coat. His name was Karim, a quiet traveler with sharp eyes, carrying nothing but a small suitcase. To the other passengers, he looked ordinary, but Karim knew the truth. Inside that case was a hard drive containing the blueprint of a weapon so powerful it could cripple entire nations. A cyber system able to shut down power grids, paralyze defenses, and blind armies at the push of a button. His mission was simple: deliver the suitcase to a secure contact in Vienna. The hard drive would be destroyed, buried forever. That was the plan. That was why he boarded the train. But nothing ever goes according to plan. Across the aisle, a man pretended to read a newspaper, but hadn't turned a page in half an hour. Behind Karim, a woman in black gloves sat motionless, her face hidden by dark glasses. Karim felt the pressure rising, like eyes cutting through his back. At midnight, the conductor's voice echoed through the speakers. "Next stop, Budapest. 20 minutes. Karim stood, gripping the suitcase, but the woman blocked his way. "Leaving so soon?" she said in flawless French. Karim froze. That voice. It belonged to Nadia, his former partner in intelligence. She was supposed to be dead. Beirut, 4 years ago. Yet here she was, alive, and standing between him and his mission. "I don't think you want what's inside," he said slowly. "Ooh, Karim," she whispered with a cruel smile. "I know exactly what's inside, and I won't let you walk away with it." Before he could reply, the lights flickered. Then the train plunged into darkness. Shouts, running footsteps. A hand seized the suitcase. Karim fought in the blind chaos, but someone drove an elbow into his ribs. He fell. A scream echoed, then silence. When the lights snapped back on, Nadia was gone, and so was the suitcase. Karim jumped from the train before it reached Budapest, hitting the snow hard. Pain seared through his chest, but he pushed himself up. The mission was broken. If the syndicate got the hard drive, the world would burn. By dawn, he was already tracking her through Budapest's crowded streets. The syndicate was fast, efficient, ruthless, and they wanted him alive because the drive was encrypted with his DNA. Without him, it was worthless. He ducked into a market. The smell of roasted chestnuts filled the icy air. Then he saw the first assassin, tall, leather coat, moving like a wolf through the crowd. The gun flashed. Karim kicked over a fruit stall, scattering oranges. Shots cracked. People screamed. He vaulted through the chaos, bullets shattering glass behind him. He sprinted down alleys, his breath burning in the cold. That's when he ran straight into a woman holding a camera. "Karim," she gasped, "I know who you are. I know what you're carrying." Her name was Layla Novak, a Czech journalist chasing a story of corruption and arms dealers. Karim didn't trust her, but she knew too much already. Reluctantly, they ran together. The chase carried them west. Budapest, Vienna, Prague. Each city a battlefield, a rooftop pursuit across frozen tiles, where Karim nearly slipped to his death. A safe-house raid where syndicate mercenaries smashed through the walls like hunters. Nights spent running, never sleeping, never safe. Finally, in the hollow silence of Vienna's abandoned train station, Karim found Nadia. She stepped from the shadows, suitcase in hand. "You should have stayed out of this," she said softly. "You died in Beirut," Karim whispered. "I adapted." Her eyes gleamed. The syndicate doesn't just want the drive, Kareem. They want you, your fingerprint, your DNA. You are the key. Before he could answer, syndicate soldiers stormed the station. Gunfire erupted. Kareem and Nadia fought shoulder to shoulder like old times. Fists, knives, bullets tearing through glass. For a moment, he almost believed they were partners again. But betrayal was waiting. Layla, the journalist, stepped forward with a pistol. "Sorry, Kareem," she said coldly. "The truth doesn't pay the bills." But the syndicate does. They forced him down, shoved the suitcase at him. "Open it." Kareem pressed his thumb to the scanner. The device blinked. Files unlocked. The syndicate leaned close, but their victory lasted only seconds. The screen filled with static. Useless data. Kareem smiled through blood on his lip. "You should have checked sooner." "I switched the drive in Budapest." Rage exploded. He used the moment to trigger an explosive charge hidden in his coat. Fire ripped through the station. Steel and glass collapsed in thunder. Hours later, smoke still rose over Vienna. The syndicate's plan was ruined, their leaders scattered. Nadia vanished once again, alive or dead, no one knew. And Kareem? He survived. Barely. Bandaged and limping, he boarded another train under a false name. No suitcase now, only scars and the knowledge that his mission had cost him everything. Outside the window, snow blurred past. Around him, passengers laughed, slept, dreamed of destinations. But Kareem wasn't traveling toward anything. He was only running from everything. The train rumbled on. Kareem closed his eyes. Some passengers ride trains to reach their destination, he thought. For me, the journey never ends.